Alright, the first thing you want to do is take your lantern, go ahead and take all the plastic wrap off, take all the stickers off, get everything off there, and then go ahead and remove the glass. All you have to do is just move this little latch right here. It'll pop off. You may have to pull that top up right there. And then once you do that, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to sand your lantern. So go ahead and take some steel wool, some different grit sandpaper, and go ahead and sand it. Don't forget the bottom and both sides. And then what you want to do is you want to take your clear glass votive, and what you want to do is go ahead and spray the top real lightly and the bottom real lightly. Don't get the middle, because what you want to do is, if you're going to put like a little flicker candle in there or hook it up to electricity with a little flicker bulb, you're going to want to see that. So naturally it would have some burning around the bottom and some smoke residue on the top. So I just use flat black spray paint and stand back and mist around it. It's better to start off light and get a little bit heavier, and we'll go to the next step from there. And then the next step you want to do is you want to go ahead and prime your lantern. And for the color I used on this one was, I think it's red primer spray paint. And go ahead and get in there really good. And don't forget the bottom as well. And the nice thing about having a black lantern to start with is if you're going to go ahead and age it at the end, you don't have to be too meticulous about it, but you definitely don't want any like solid black spots. So go ahead and spray paint it really good. Make sure you get around in all the corners and crevices. And then what you want to do is you want to take this color, and this is Satin Cinnamon right there, and stand back and just mist it, so it kind of gives some speckled effect. Hopefully you guys can see that. So it kind of makes it look like rust. And then the very last step is to take some watered down black, and I just have it in here. Take your paintbrush, go over it, and this is the end effect that you'll get. Pop in your glass and then hang it wherever you desire. And that was the quick version. Alright guys, so this is a little bit longer process. This will be the step by step. And the first thing you want to do is go ahead and take your wrapper and all the stickers off. A little bit of goof off or Gooby Gone works really good. Go ahead and remove your votive from there. We'll start with this first. What you want to do is you want to get your black flat. Make sure it's shook up really good. What we're going to do is we're going to dust the top, we're going to dust the bottom, try to mist the middle, and you just want a little bit of a light spray. You don't want a lot, you don't want really thick, and you definitely don't want any runs. So we'll just do this really slow and nice and easy, alright? Alright, that's about as much as you want for the top. Right there. Just a little bit darker around the top and then fading with a little bit of mist underneath. Go ahead and flip it over. And the top you actually want to be a little bit darker than the bottom, because if you have, when your lantern goes out, obviously that smoke is going to collect at the top. So that's why it's going to be a little bit darker. So at the bottom, you just want to do a little bit lighter misting spray. And so you may want to stand back a little bit more to help control it. There's that. You can see how the middle is kind of clear, but it still has a little bit of trace of that spray paint. We'll go ahead and set that to the side. Go ahead and grab your lantern. Now on this particular one, it's got a little bit of writing right here. What we're going to do is we're going to sand the lantern first, so your spray paint will adhere to it a little bit better. So go ahead and take some steel wool if you want to. You can use sandpaper. I like to do both a little bit. So the next thing I do is, this steel wool helps you get in a little bit better sometimes than sandpaper. And just go in there, you know, in the little spots that would be a little bit hard to. You can wear gloves if you want to. And then take some sandpaper and just go over the whole thing. Don't forget the bottom. There's some little grooves right here on here. Go ahead and sand those down too. Don't forget your handle. Alright, and for those of you who are just going to be seeing the front of the lantern, you don't have to get as crazy in the back if you don't want to. But those of you who are going to be setting it somewhere where people might see all around it 360, you may want to put the same amount of detail in the front as you are in the back. Alright, and just a little more grittier. You really want to bang this thing up and make it look old. So now, sand it off really good right here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prime it. So the first thing we're going to do is take this color, which is primer in red, or a red primer, and we'll shake that up and we'll spray that on really good. And the nice thing is that this lantern is black. So if you're going to age it, if you're going to put a watered down black patina on it, you may want to buy it in black if you have the choice between red or black, because then if you miss a couple spots it's not going to show through, whereas if you get a red lantern you're really going to have to coat this thing good. So we'll go ahead and start this. Flip it around. Then you guys have that. Don't forget the handle right here. I went ahead and did the next step already on this lantern right here, so we're ready for the next step. Then what you want to do is take another color. This one I thought looked really good for rust. It's satin cinnamon, and on this one what you want to do is you want to make it a speckly kind of a spray paint. So when you do it, you just kind of want to squirt it so you get some of those dots of spray paint on there, because it will look more like rust. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that all over. If you stand back from it, it's a lot easier to control where your spray paint is going, and it helps not to get those drips and runs that you definitely don't want. And just nice easy squirts, nothing too crazy. And there you go. There's that part. So we'll let that dry for a second. And look at this one more time. Make sure that that's the amount of spray paint you want. Looks pretty good. That's going to go in there. So then you want to get some black paint. Put it in, mix it with some water, depending on how much black you want. For today, I went ahead and put about a little bit, I filled the bottom of this cup with black paint, and then I did the rest water. So, I say it's a medium thick watered down. Mix that up really good. And then take your brush, tap it off a little bit. Go ahead and start right here. And just start from the top. And just paint it. Now, I don't want to see any runs with this aging, so I'm just going to do small sections at a time. If you like runs, you can spray this on here. You can just dab and walk away. I'm going to try to do a really good coat over it to make it look really old, like it's from 1849, back in the minor days. Looking really good. Alright, move to the front. Now my spray paint dried really fast today because it's a warm and sunny day. Feels like it's about 95 in the sun right now. I think that's about good. Let that dry in the sun for a couple of minutes. Go over it if you want one more time. Pop your glass back in there and you will have a finished lantern. Now I also wanted to show you guys that if you want to take the glass one step further, what you can do is you can get this glass etching and it'll smoke the glass up. And I just got this from Michael's, and I don't remember how much it was. I think it was around $10 or $12. It was kind of expensive for this little bottle, but it goes a long way. So if that's something else you wanted to do, maybe if this was going to be somewhere where people would see it really well, you may want to do this extra step. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun doing this with you guys. And I hope you get lots of fun and enjoyment out of your old lantern props. Alright guys, take care.